I have done this pattern before, but it was a little small one. And I've enlarged it. And I'm going to take it out to my scroll saw and cut it out. And I made the pattern. Here's the pattern. Let me turn this board around. I had this board here in the craft room. It was all sanded and nice. I must have had it for a sign or something. I don't remember what it was, but I looked down there and saw it, and I thought that might work. Well, it was just a little bit short. So I just took it off the board just a little, I'd say about a 1/4 of an inch. So it's just going to be a 1/4 of an inch shorter. It's not going to be a problem at all. And then this is the head, and I was going to show you, I printed it out in on 2 different pieces of paper, and I just made a dotted line. Once you cut it out, then you just tape it to this top part like that, and it makes the one continuous pattern. And I've got a heart cut out in case I want to use that also. And I had a sign I was going to put on it that I made, and I can't find it, so I guess I'll come up with something else. But I'll go ahead and do this. In the meantime, I might come across it. It's somewhere in here. All right, I'm going to take this out to the garage and cut it out with my scroll saw. I have it cut out now, and I'm going to go around at least the sides with some antiquing wax, because I'll want to, you know, sand it back some and grunge it a little. So I want the sides of it, and you know, I might just cover it, like when I go to paint this, I might just paint the front side and leave the sides the antiquing wax. I might. But I'm going to cover this real good all over. And I'm going to do the head also. And then I'll start painting the body and the head. Alright, I'm going to start painting it now. My stain is dry. And I'm using Drop Cloth by Dixie Belle. I'm going to use my biggest brush. I'll probably give it 2 coats. I'm going to go near the sides. I'll do the sides a little bit. Because I am going to sand it back. But I can tell I'm going to need 2 coats. Alright, well, I have my white out. This is going to be white because the face is going to be black. I made 2 little, I don't know, the fluffy part, top knots. I have a little chicken that has the hair sticking up on top. Well, I guess it's feathers. I call her top knot, or he. I don't know what it is yet. But I can't figure, I've got to figure out which one I want to use. I think this one. Yeah, I like this one. So, I'm going to paint it white also. And I didn't put the Distress ink on this one. Or not Distress ink, but the Waverly ink. No, I don't want ink. The Waverly, what am I trying to say? Wax. The dark wax. So I'm just going to go with it, because I don't want to stop and do it. Now, the face, the head is going to be black. and I'm just using some apple barrel. And actually, it has chalk paint on. I've labeled it chalk paint because I did put an additive in here that I got a long time ago. It's no longer on Amazon, and it's kind of a powder, probably I don't know what it's called. Is it bicarbonate or something like that? I don't know. But anyways, you mix it in with your acrylic paint, and it adheres and it turns to chalk paint. So now I am going to paint this head black. And I don't know if I'll need 2 coats on this or not. Looks like it's going to cover rather well. Now, I think I'm going to use this heart. So I'm going to put the True Burgundy by Folk Art on there. Forgot to get something to put my paint in. Whoa, came out. And I'm just going to put this True Burgundy on there. And it may need 2 coats. Oh, and I wanted to tell y'all, thank you for all the orders I got on my Primitive Blessings picture. I stayed busy all one day totally and got up again this morning and started in. And this video may be late because I didn't have time to work on a video. That's okay. But I wanted to tell y'all thank you, and I appreciate it so much. Oh, it looks like 1 coat might be enough. Now, I have everything painted, and since it's a larger piece, I'm going to take it out to the garage and sand all the edges and distress it a bit. Now, while I was sanding my little sheep, I thought I would step out here and just show you how much further that we've got on the room, the craft room. Stepping down out of the doorway from the garage. He's got most of the walls up, except for there's 2 places over one over the window, and then the patio door. He has to fix those. And he's just getting ready to, when he gets back in here right now, it is harvest time, and he's either cutting wheat or working on the combine, one of the 2. But anyways, here is where the wall is going to be, and this back over here will be where I put my saws and everything. All my woodworking tools will be out in here. And then this will be the craft room area, which we made it a little bit bigger than we was going to because we took a little bit more off of the tool room, or the, you know, where I work with my wood, because all I'm going to have is a scroll saw, my miter saw. What else do I have? A drill press. And hopefully I'll get a small table saw. And then my wood. And that's all it's going to be in this room. So, but I'll have a lot of stuff in my craft room because I want to take everything that's in the other places in the house and get it out of there and open up the house totally and let this be where all my craft stuff is. All right, I've taken it out to the garage and sanded it back on the edges. And now I am going to put some clear wax on it. Coat the whole thing. And then I'm going to go over it. I have my Jolie top coat brown. I'll wipe this back. I just want to do one piece and then I'll do the rest of them off camera. The head and the top knot and heart. Trying to make sure I have it all coated good. Okay. Now I'm going to go over it with the Jolie brown. I mainly really want to get it on my edges. I want to see, I don't want to leave that on there too long if I don't want it that heavy. Okay. Now, I'm just going to go around all the edges. And I'm just going to go ahead and coat this and then wipe it back. And if it gets too heavy, and I don't want it that dark, I will put some clear wax on it and wipe it back. I think it's going to be okay. Let's see, here's a piece of a t-shirt. I cut my t-shirts up when they get old and keep them in here for rags. And I think that looks good. Okay, now I'm going to go move on. I'm going to do the same thing to this and the head and the heart. This is a sign that I made on my laser. I was going to do the simplify and do a stencil, but it's easier to pop a piece of wood in there and let it do the work. And I'm done. So I'm taking this mineral chalk paint by Dixie Belle in Pine Cone, and I'm going to try to stay out of this area where the lettering is burnt in there. And I'm going to cover it with this Pine Cone because I think that would go good with the rest of it. And then from there, I'm probably going to make a bow. And put it all together. I'm going to finish this up right fast. Now, this is all ready for the finishing touches, and I am going to take the Distress ink, and I am going to go around the sign with it. Okay. Come down in the corners. All right, that will go on there. Might go around the heart some too. And my sheep needs some eyes, so I took a pencil, and put some on there. So I'm going to use a Posca white pen, paint pen. I need to make sure there's, yeah, that's coming out of there good. kind of went down that way. I'm going to leave that alone. I don't want to mess it up. Now, this is ready to be put together. This is what I'm going to do. But I'll have to hold it up to me to make sure it's where I want it and everything. And I can't do that in the camera. So this is the way I'm probably going to glue it down on there. And I have this Quick Grip by Beacon that I'll use. And I'm going to put a bow up here. I've already made my bow, but I'll show you how I started it. All I did was take strips like this. Of course, I put some jute down across here so I could tie it up. But all I did was just take about 3-inch strips and just place these in there like that. And then when I probably got about, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 5 different styles, maybe, oh, 6, because I had a taupe and a large black check, because I got a small check on there. But this is how it turned out. And I put a large wood button there, and then I've hung some bells right there. I'll move this out of the way, but I wanted to show you how I done it. It wasn't hard. It was just really simple, just some strips. Probably put that about right in there, and then I'm going to put the bow right up here. I was going to put it on the neck, but it made everything on the bottom, and I needed something on the head part. So now I'm going to glue this all together.